Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and City Council meeting that took place on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. In the work session, the Council reviewed and discussed amendments to the fiscal year 2023-2027 Capital Improvement Plan. The proposed amendments include the addition of Project PD-001 Francom Public Safety Building Virtra expansion with funding proposed for fiscal year 2022-2023. This would relocate the Police Department's 360-degree interactive training platform at the Weber County Sports Shooting Complex to the Francom Building Safety Building at 2186 Lincoln Avenue. The estimated cost for the project is $437,000. This will be considered in the meeting on January 17th, 2023. The Council, also acting as the RDA, reviewed and discussed a proposed budget amendment to fund capital improvements at the Public Safety Building and Union Station. The proposed amendment transfers $1,344,000 from the General Fund and BDO lease revenue to the Capital Improvement Fund for roof repair at the Public Services Building and remodeling of the Public Safety Building to provide space for the Virtra 360-degree interactive training platform. The proposal would also transfer $300,000 from BDO lease revenue to the RDA for the purchase of the Union Station property. It also recognizes $1,213,250 from the Fleet and Facilities Fund for an Equipment Reserve Fund and for new vehicle purchases. The proposed amendment would increase the budget for fiscal year 2023 by $4,201,250. This budget amendment will be considered in the meeting on January 17th, 2023. The Council, also acting as the RDA, then reviewed and discussed an updated contract for the WonderBlock development. The administration is proposing to amend the relationship between J. Fisher Companies and the RDA to create a joint venture under the name of JF WonderBlock Partners QOZB LLC. This would allow the RDA and J. Fisher Companies to combine resources for the purpose of developing the WonderBlock project. Key elements of the updated agreement include identify the capital contributors of the parties, establish how to share the profits from the development, name JF as the manager and partnership representative for the project, provide specifics on how the property and accounts must be managed and reported. This will be considered in a future meeting. The Council, also acting as the RDA, then reviewed and discussed a proposed parking agreement for the WonderBlock. The proposal is for the RDA to approve a real estate purchase contract for the purchase of 7 properties owned by the state related to the 2nd District Court parking west of the Court Building at 2525 Grant Avenue. The REPC outlines that the properties will be used to provide 100 parking stalls in the East Parking Garage to be built with the WonderBlock project, with the option to provide 100 monthly parking passes for use by the court. This will be considered in a future meeting. In the Council meeting, the Council, also acting as the RDA, accepted the fiscal year 2021-2022 audit report and annual comprehensive financial report for review. Representatives from the Comptroller's Office and the city's independent auditor, HBME, provided an overview of the financial position of the city. Another discussion will be held in a work session on February 21st, 2023. The fiscal year 2021-2022 annual comprehensive financial report is available on the city's website. After a public hearing, the Council approved mid-year fee amendments for collections fees, records fees, and golf fees. The amendments include adding a $50 collections fee to each collection amount to cover the cost of staff salaries, software fees, and other incidental costs. Changes in fees associated with recorder's requests, environmental site assessment requests, and notarizing. And an increase in current golf fees and services to keep up with the market and increased operating costs. After a public hearing, the Council amended the Ogden Municipal Code to revise provisions relative to alarm permitting, billing, and monitoring. The proposed changes include citizens and businesses will no longer be required to file an alarm permit application or pay a fee. The Police Department, Business Licensing, and Treasurer's Office will spend less time monitoring, billing, and collecting for false alarm charges. Ogden will retain the ability to bill reoccurring and unresponsive alarm owners. The Council then adopted an ordinance amending the Ogden Municipal Code regarding shopping carts. The approved ordinance authorizes the city to pick up abandoned and unlawfully removed shopping carts on public and private properties throughout Ogden. The ordinance also outlines the duties of shopping cart owners, defines unlawful removal of shopping carts, and provides an overview of penalties for violations, etc. The Council then elected new leadership for the 2023 calendar year. Councilmember Angela Traburka was elected as chair, and Councilmember Ken Ritchie was elected as vice chair. The entire recording from the meetings of January 3rd can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the Council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.